Fight Fiend forecast is back for week number 3, and we're breaking it down with Icy MMA.
Clean. I'm icy. I'm clean. I'm a bad motherfucker. I'm clean. I'm icy. I'm clean. I had a plot as a kid to get rich. Listen, little bitch. Got the game in my hand like a switch. It's just me and my clique. Rap and get money. Rap and get money. Said rap and get money. Motherfucker, ain't this shit funny? Don't do it for money. Don't do it for money. But if it come down to the money, I got a lot. I got a lot like a lot.
I got a lot.
Ooh. I did not know you did that. Damn. I like that one.
I thought you would.
That one is beautiful. I love the 3 highlight clips you picked too. Got chucked in there now. Was that Cub on the second one?
You know it.
Let's fucking go, dude.
Against Pineda.
Dude, shout out, man. Shout out, Cub. Shout out you. That was sick. I like it a lot.
Like and subscribe. Icy's on YouTube. He's on IG putting in that work. And I put together another intro for the brother.
Hey, that was fucking sick, man. I think people are going to like that one more.
We'll play it again at the end for sure. But we're going to start this one off, Icy, with the first fight of the night. And I think we both can agree, potentially the closest fight of the night. And the odds, we'll see where they go. It's only Sunday night right now. Fights are Tuesday. So odds could change from now on this show. First up, we got Nick Galante, minus 200 Icy. He's 7-1, and he's getting Carlos Petruzella here, who's 15-1 at Samurai Fight House. He has the belt there. Very well-rounded, 7 knockouts, 6 submissions. Never went the distance. He was knocked out once, and it was a well-aged loss, so I think he's very live. It's almost like a dog or pass situation for me. Argentina's also on the rise. Maybe they look at going there soon. He'd be a good addition. 15-1, a lot of experience. Both around the same age, but one guy has more experience, still well-rounded. It's a close one, so I'm going dog or pass here right now, Icy. Going with the Argentinian, Petruzella.
Hey, respect it. Yeah, looking at this fight a little bit, I wasn't able to find much tape on this Argentinian guy here. But Nick is, from what I see, mainly a grappler, wrestler, and he's pretty solid at it. His striking doesn't look as good, but seems like he's mainly a grappler here. And yeah, besides just looking at stats, topology, and stuff, I literally could not find too much on Carlos. But
I know Carlos trains with Kevin Vallejos a bit under that gym.
Yeah, they came from the same promotion, I believe. Same promotion as Vallejos, I think Perez, and Ribovic, I think. I think all 4 of them came from that fight promotion. So a couple solid prospects coming out of there, but yeah, I have a lot of question marks on Carlos here. It's a very interesting one. Like I said, I think Nick mainly a grappler here, so I think if he can get it to the ground, that would be fantastic. From what I see, I feel like Carlos might be mainly a striker, boxer. I have to take a look here at what promotion it was.
LFA when he lost?
Yeah, Samurai. Yeah. But he had that LFA fight, and that was the only fight I could really find like a full thing of, and it was only like less than 1 round there. He got knocked out, but yeah, I couldn't find too much tape study besides that. So you look at his records of his opponents, it's very interesting.
And Nick Galante, he fought Brandon Holmes, who lost to Cam Roston on the Contender Series. So Nick Galante fought someone that we're somewhat familiar with, Brandon Holmes, and that was Nick's only loss by a decision to Brandon Holmes in that one, his 3rd ever pro fight.
And I think Carlos is sitting here with his only win kind of at a higher level being a first-round knockout on the loss there.
Yep.
It's definitely concerning, but if Nick Galante is going to knock him out on the feet, I don't really know if he is.
Yeah, he only has the one knockout in round 3, so more of a grappler with those 4 out of 7 wins by sub.
Yeah, I mean, I could see a ground and pound TKO kind of thing, but yeah, you gotta lean
This is
sub
definitely the
here.
closest fight of the night, first fight.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's gonna be a pretty close one. I think Galante, like I think he's just a pretty good grappler, and I think if he gets the back, that's gonna be very dangerous here.
Yeah, if
I
he
think he's
wins it,
got
I think he's
multiple
having
submissions,
success
but
with the grappling and maybe even sinks into submission if minus
yeah,
200 is the right
but
price to pay on Nick Galante here. And 80% agree that he's the favorite, and they're going to pick him this week for his fight.
yeah, it's interesting. I think it's a lot closer. I'm picking Nick to win this, but if he doesn't get his grappling going, I don't know how this fight looks. And yeah, it'll be
Exactly.
interesting to see Carlos at a high level here, or higher level than where he's been at, in my opinion. So yeah, it's a very interesting one. I think it could be really close, but there's some question marks in this fight for sure.
So you're on Nick, and I'm on
Yeah,
Carlos.
I'm
Both
picking
pretty
Nick
low
here.
confidence.
Yeah, I think the line should be a little closer, but who knows? We'll see.
Close one, first fight of the night. This next one, it's a pretty big betting favorite. Tapology really in agreement here, but let's not get caught being overconfident in our picks. Minus 550. I know last week a big favorite loss. This week, I think these big favorites should win. You see Humphrey has great training partners. He's only 4-0 right now. He gets Alexis Miranda, who hasn't impressed me much, 9-2.
Yeah.
I just don't know if he has the skills to beat Humphrey, who has a lot of power. All of his wins by KO pro. And he's in his 5th fight. A little bit green, maybe a little early for this, but I think he gets it done. Now you see him minus 550. I think it tells you what you need to know here. It's a KO. The last win for Miranda, it was a split decision win, and the opponent was 29-25. Just a year and 3 months ago, he took a loss by a decision, and his win by KO most recently was to an 0-2 opponent. So definitely not as impressive, in my opinion, compared to Ronald Humphrey. The odds are telling you what you need to know, though, you know?
I think so, man. I looked at this card a little bit before any of the odds were released, and I know we were looking at a couple numbers and codes potentially on this fight. And I looked into Alexis, and I was like, yeah, I don't know if Alexis is gonna be like a favorite. I don't know if he's really all too much live in this fight looking into it beforehand. And then when the odds dropped, I was like, oh, okay. And like, I kind of agree. I didn't expect it to be that wide, but it makes sense. Alexis, I think he trains with a couple solid training partners. I think Michael Morales has trained at that gym that he trains at as well. And yeah, I'm pretty impressed from Humphrey.
Yep.
I think he has great striking. I think he mixes it up really well. It's pretty sharp. And I think he has underrated wrestling too. Like I could see him looking good on the feet. I could see him getting a takedown and looking good on the ground. Ground and pound, submission even, who knows? But like I think he's a great striker and he's got pretty solid wrestling. I think most of his wins, or if not all of his wins, come in round one KO, right?
Except for the one round two, yeah. So
oh yeah, right.
Raw power.
Yeah, man. So you gotta expect this one probably is coming early. I am, like you said, I'm not too high on what I've seen from Miranda. Looking at tape and a couple of things, it's a tough one. And like I said, I agree with the odds here. I think he should be a pretty solid underdog here. It's just hard to just the body, not the body language, but just the tape study, watching that. Just yeah, I think it's going to be pretty one-sided on the feet for the most part here. And
I'm thinking, yeah, another round one KO for Humphrey.
Yeah,
is the play if you want to be safe under 1.5.
I was just about to say, yeah. So I definitely leaning Humphrey. I was leaning him before the odds got released, and now seeing this, I think there's a reason he's that big of a favorite. And like I said, he either gets it done with the striking, or I think he could take this guy down and get it done on the ground as well. ground and pound, something like that.
Just a note on that first fight, the outcome there that I kind of like is actually a decision fight to go the distance. We've seen that last week. Both guys got signed for his fight of the night. It went the distance. Pretty competitive fight from what we think. I think it has the chance to go the distance, but Carlos has never went the distance. That's something to note too. I don't mind seeing it though. Him go the distance, it's possible for sure. Both guys going to be very locked in, looking to get a contract Tuesday night in front of Dana White.
Yeah.
Another big favorite, Icy. Who we got?
Yeah, so this one, another fight. Again, I looked at all these fights before the odds got released, and I kind of had an idea in my head, and I thought it was kind of close in some ways. Like, I didn't expect it to be this wide. I think Clancy has a questionable competition at this point, but you can say that about everyone until they actually make it to this level and they can step up or fight to the level of their competition. And I think Clancy could be really good. And he has impressed me, and I'm taking him to win here. I think he should win. He looks pretty solid. But it's just one that I don't think the line should be this wide on this one. Like, I would definitely put Sean as a decent favorite, but what is it, minus 770? That's a little rich. So I'm definitely not putting that in no parlay. Depends. I haven't seen the props yet. I don't think props have dropped, but I don't know if I'm playing a prop on him. I might stay away from this fight, especially on that side. But yeah, I'm taking Sean here, I think. I think he's pretty well rounded, and yeah, he looks pretty solid, and he could be really solid. But like, it's Contender Series, and we always got to find out.
Anything can happen, yeah. And we're just finding out he can take a step up in competition. He was getting a lot of early finishes. He takes the step up, and he's still finishing these guys 16-7, 13-4, 15-7. You know, still finishing them. Round 3, body shot. Round 2, rear naked choke. And then the left hook combination in round 2. So they're coming a little later. I like round 2, maybe round 3. I think Clancy's definitely the right side. Little rich at minus 700 above. That's
right.
Damn sure. But I look at Gary, and he's kind of inactive. He hasn't fought in a year and a half almost. So to come back and fight undefeated Clancy Jr., it's tough. The kid's 23, ceiling's high, Cage Warriors champion right now, and I think he's going to find the finish in this one later. Gary's just been a little too inactive for me. And I think where he's training, I just don't believe in them a whole lot. You know, a different camp, if something like that, you know, just don't really trust in who he's training with either. That's another thing. Don't see any UFC caliber guys at that gym right now. Triforce MMA. Maybe he mixes it up, goes around, but majority of the time, I just don't think he has that caliber of training to have him ready for a fight like this.
Yeah. So
he's been boxing though, I guess. He's been boxing.
Bare knuckle. Hasn't been doing MMA, but yeah, he had those 3 fights, and I don't know if it was bare knuckle I can't remember which bare knuckle promotion it was. BKFC. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. And
I think I watched his last fight actually, and when I saw this, I was like, why do I know this guy's name? But I watched this with the homies like a couple months back, whenever that fight happened, and saw him get the KO, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember there was I think 3 Canadians watching it. We were all just like, oh. But yeah, I mean, he looked pretty solid in the bare knuckle, but it should be a very interesting fight. Yeah, exactly. I think this could be a dog fight, though. I think this could be one of the probably a top contender for fight of the night here, possibly. Yeah, like I think Bellotto's kind of a guy who's gonna go out there and go for it, or he's gonna get got. He's gonna one of the two, kind of kill or be killed type thing.
Yeah, so I guess he's not as inactive. He just hasn't fought MMA in a year and 6 months. He's had 3 boxing matches in between there, so he is a guy that just kind of gets after it here and kill or be killed. Will he gas out? Hard to say. He's never won a decision. He's lost only 1, so he's not someone that tends to go the distance. Clancy Jr. never went the distance.
I just want to bring up Bellotto's 2 of his losses, I think, were, I have to look back here, but one was Goff.
Yep.
Round 1 KO, yeah. And the other one was Jeremiah Wells, also round 1 KO loss. His only other loss was his first fight, it looks here, but that was 11 plus years ago at this point. But yeah, 2 losses to Wells and Goff, not terrible losses. Like I said, I think the line should be a little bit closer, but
For sure.
definitely I think Clancy could look really good and just be more technical and the more well-rounded guy here. And yeah.
Yeah, even looking at the props for Sean Clancy Jr. by finish, they're probably going to be rich as well, not looking to pay that price, just knowing how dangerous this fight could be, the finishing upside on both sides. Maybe one we just stay away, sit back, relax, and watch this one. As we got some other good betting opportunities besides this fight, the biggest betting favorite of the night. And we seen last year, not even last week, how these big betting favorites can lose on a Tuesday night. So maybe best just to stay away from them for the most part. And it's week 3 of contenders. Blado's looking to stay on 3 losses. Yeah. And now we got a fighter looking to stay on 10 wins season 10, or a fighter gets his 3rd loss week 3. But this guy here, Guilherme Uriel, how do you say it? Uriel?
I thought it was Uriel, but no clue.
Yeah, it's a little tough to say. Uriel, I think. Guilherme Uriel here fought Josh Hockett.
Guilherme.
He doesn't like getting pushed up against the fence. He's looking to do something. He's willing to do something. And I think he can keep it standing in this particular matchup versus someone that was here on the Contender Series the first time. Pretty slow, steady pace, not very exciting. Off a decision win. I think we can get Uriel to push a pace and get the knockout. I really like the knockout in this one, Icy, against Mario.
Yeah, man. I think, like I said, I don't know exactly how to pronounce his name, but Guilherme Uriel. I might be saying that terrible. But that's what I'm gonna go with. I think he's gonna win. I'm picking him here. This is one where I think the line's pretty accurate, if not in the favor of the favorite here, but you never know. It's one of those ones where I think the bookies are just favoring in the cardio here, and if Uriel doesn't get a finish, it's gonna be an interesting fight, honestly. But I'm going with Uriel. I think he can get the finish, like you said, the KO, definitely live. Submission possible too. So the finish on Uriel might be a good prop. I'm gonna be looking at that, but we'll have to see. Even round 1 on Uriel, something like that. But it's gonna be a very interesting one. And like you said, talking about the numbers, Mario would stay on 10 wins, and we've seen a lot of 10s and stuff this season, you're saying. So
yeah, we did. And Mario was knocked out a year and 4 months ago to Alex Junis, who's 15-40.
Yeah.
He was 15-40 at the time. So that's not a good guy to get knocked out to. I think
and multiple fights
Uriel can
flagged.
Really find that KO. A couple flag fights for Mario.
Yep.
He has on in this one, and
I think it all comes down to the cardio. If Uriel can get a finish or stay with him with the cardio here, I think Uriel gets it done.
Even looking at Mario, though, all of his wins really round 1. He went the distance twice, won both decisions in his last fight. So cardio is probably better for sure.
Yeah,
but was
it
not
seemed to be
from what I guy that's not at Uriel's level. So I like him to really push a pace and find the KO. That fight with Josh Hockett, pretty entertaining. That was his second last fight, Contender Series last year, I do believe. Yeah, last year.
It was.
He was knocked out in round 2, so it wasn't a quick finish for Josh Hockett. Took Hockett a bit of time to implement his game. We've seen the fight back from Guilherme.
Yeah.
I think he gets him out of there here.
It was a classic Josh
Hockett their
win.
Second chance.
And it's almost like his opponent needs to kind of do what Josh did, but just don't know if he can do that. It should be a very interesting fight here. But yeah, Josh just warmed down, but I mean, we've seen what Josh has looked like since, and he's on a rocket ship right now. So
what's actually interesting to mention here, Icy, is Mario has 7 knockouts, 0 submissions. So more of like a stand-up guy looking to keep it standing, looking to drag this fight later, where Guilherme has 7 wins and 3 submissions. 4 knockouts. He's very well rounded. You know, maybe he sees that heel hook, armbar, or something he's got before, a guillotine. He's capable of those too, as well. I think he's a more well-rounded guy, and the finish is live even on the floor. So maybe looking at the props, we try to look at the value on that one.
For the finish, I agree. I think Mario actually has decent wrestling and
defense,
solid, decent grappling as well. So, like I said, it's going to be a very interesting one. I think the line is pretty accurate, like I said, but I'm taking Uriel here. And
all around one win for Uriel too. Never went the distance.
Even a fight ends inside the distance, that might be a little bit. I mean, probably a lot of these Contender Series fights are going to be a little chalk for that, but a little questionable competition there. So,
I don't like to predict these fights going the distance, to be quite honest. What's up, Tyler?
No, you're sweating those ones. What's up, Tyler? Congrats on the win yesterday.
Big fantasy draft W.
That was a good one.
Oh, buddy.
Capped it off with the main event.
I think that was Tyler's second big win on the draft.
Yeah, he's won twice now.
I did go back to back. He's won more times than fucking I got eliminated. Or the same amount. I've been eliminated 3 times. He's going for his third win. I haven't even won yet.
More threes.
Oh, shit. Well, I think she stays on 3 wins. Alex Apodaca against Bella Mir, who 4-0 in college, high-level wrestler, always had the dream to make it to the UFC, and she's only 23, so she's done everything right to this point, having her father there really point her in the right direction. With her wrestling, just going to be too much. Her grappling, you see it with UFC BJJ, like she is equipped and ready to go in this one. They give her a girl off a decision. A month ago, she was actually very active. Good fight from her. And level of competition really hard to compare, but the skill is not hard to compare. I think Bella has the clear skill in this one, and she's actually the biggest betting favorite of the night. I see at -1,000, bro. Got to think it's a submission, and got to think it's round 1, just like her last fight. Super dangerous.
Yeah, man.
Exciting for the division, too.
This is, I didn't see she was on Contender Series until like a few weeks before the first week happened. And when I saw that, I was like, what? I was like, whoa, I didn't know she was going for MMA and into Contender Series UFC this fast. And I think this was a slightly late notice booking here for her opponent. I think she was supposed to fight someone else originally, and it was a favorable matchup. This one still is too, but I think it's a slightly harder opponent out of her other one that I saw. But yeah, I think Bella should get this done. I mean, I grew up watching in the like late 2000s, so watching Frank Mir as a kid and now seeing his daughter make her debut in Contender Series, this is just surreal for me. It's going to be very exciting. I haven't looked, but I hope Frank's in her corner there. She's been in UFC BJJ for a while here now, so she had a couple submission wins there. Looks pretty good. I think she was undefeated in BJJ. I think she did the one wrestling match in the RFA promotion that recently started doing those with a lot of UFC connections there. But yeah, I think when was her last MMA fight was
over
last
a year.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
and
she's
then
been
before
active, like,
that was a few years.
Grappling.
Yeah. So I was watching an interview and I can't remember exactly what she said, but it sounded like she took a couple fights to start her career, as we see if you look on Tapology there.
Took time
and then
off.
she wanted to take some time off to work on her game and really get ready, I think she was saying on the one interview I was watching. So it's going to be very interesting. And yeah, I think she could get the submission, even the finish. Like, I think the line's where it's at for a reason. Again, I think a couple of the lines this week are pretty accurate. A couple aren't, but yeah, I mean, this is, like I said, this is just crazy.
She's a girl that went pro at 17 too.
Yeah,
very young.
Yeah, she's younger than I am too.
She went pro 2020, and she's 23 now.
Crazy.
So she would have been like 17.
Yeah,
just out of high school.
That is wild.
Yeah, she's been ready for this moment. I think she'll get it.
Yeah.
If it's not round 1, she'll get it round 2 by submission, looking at how she puts in this fine work with the arm bars, Dars chokes, Kimuras.
Dude,
I think Frank's going to have her
last
fucking
MMA
ready.
fight.
She's minus 1,000.
Talk about a signature from her father. Her last MMA fight, first round Kimura. I mean, one of the most brutal submissions I ever watched was the Frank Mir Kimura. I think that one was Nogueira, I think it was, where he broke his arm. If I'm getting that right. It's been so long, but yeah, that was one of the most brutal ones I've seen. I mean, yeah, nasty. Frank was nasty with the submissions, and before his accident, like, he was huge prospect, and just almost was like a next level MMA fighter at that time. Like, it seemed like he was just more technical and just better on the ground than all the heavyweights at that time. And yeah, man, I think he was Brock's first loss too, if I remember that correctly as well. Yeah, no, lots of fights. Like I said, watching Frank so long ago, and now seeing his daughter.
Means here.
Yeah, this is gonna be wild, dude, and I can't wait till Tuesday. Lots of good fights here, and yeah, obviously we're taking Bella here.
I heard someone call her Mur, not Mir. Someone was saying Mur, I'm pretty sure.
That's weird.
I was like, wait, what? It was Frank
I think
Mir.
they're screwing that up.
Bella Mir, yeah. Someone
I've
said
been calling
Mir
Frank Mir for fucking over 15 years at this point.
Maybe we're saying it wrong. I know there's a few fights that are tough to pronounce on this one. That one, I think that's
the one I'm like certain on.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard any like reporter announcer that I've heard call it Mur.
No.
That must have been like some accent or some southern accent, maybe. But yeah, Bella Mir.
Some Aussie accent. Like
Frank Mir.
Yeah. We're going to find out more Tuesday night, and hopefully our picks go good, Icy. There's one underdog I took first fight of the night, probably my least confident one. I see a couple round 1s, maybe round 2s. Most likely one to go the distance is probably the first one, the dog, but I don't know if any go the distance in front of Dana White. It's pretty rare, too.
I ended up picking all the favorites looking at it here, but like I said, there's a couple close ones, so a couple that maybe should be a lot closer, but yeah, even the slight dogs. There's a couple big dogs on this. Yeah, it's one of those ones where I think they're setting up a few guys here to get a big win and some good fights, and we've seen some good fights so far last week, the week before. I missed week 1, but week 2 is so good. So, I mean, here's the week 3. I'll have to see if I can get off work half hour early so I can make the first fight here, because I missed the first fight last week.
Yeah, I can't do that this week. F3, it's week 3. Cheers to you. Cheers to me. Thank you, IC. Follow him on YouTube, IG. I think you're ready for that intro before we go. One more time. His new intro. Icy MMA's here. And Frank Mir's daughter's here. Bella Mir.
Clean. I'm icy. I'm clean. I'm icy. I'm clean. I'm icy. I'm clean. I had a plot as a kid to get rich. Listen, little bitch. Got the game in my hand like a switch. It's just me and my clique. Rap and get money. Rap and get money. Said rap and get money. Motherfucker, ain't this shit funny? Don't do it for money. Don't do it for money. But if it come down to the money, I got a lot.